Hello, everyone. We are here again with another Ravnica Cube Phantom Draft League. It's a cube from the Ravnica set, has all the cards from it. So far, I really like it, and it really supports a lot of multicolored decks, which I especially like. Pillar of the Parents is a very good card to take because of that. In the last draft I did, almost all of the cards in my deck were multicolored. I also very much like Experimental Overload, which I think I'm actually going to take. Heroic Reinforcements are also great, but I prefer to run more spell-based stuff. Creekwood Liege is also very good. Blind Obedience is good, but Experimental Overload is... but Heroic Reinforcements. I'm going to take Heroic Reinforcements here. Maybe go a little bit faster than my other deck was. Glass of the Guild Pact is pretty good, but I think most of the time you'd rather just be playing a regular creature on curve rather than that. Other than that, Shivan Reef is pretty good. Mystic Gate is good, and Doom Traveler. I think here I'm just going to go Shivan Reef. Here, so we have a lot of lands, of course, all good. Tybalt's actually really good. We have a First Strike Mentor, or we can take the Hierarch. He regenerates each creature. None of them seem particularly good, so I think we're just going to take a land. Wait, what's this one? Create a 4/4 with Flying and Vigilance, or tuck a creature. It's not bad. I think we're gonna just take a land, the green-white one. Alright, so here, Celestial Colonnade's very good. Knight of Autumn's very good. Sword of the Animist is pretty good if you're going more aggro or mid-range. I like Knight of Autumn. Knight's Whisper is good if you want to go black. I think we're just going to take the Knight of Autumn. So, she's not bad actually. 5/4 Flash Flying. But at the same time, Knight of Autumn does a lot of stuff really well, right? Yeah, we'll take Knight of Autumn here. There's actually a high chance that the other one will wheel. Tajak is pretty good. Seasoned Hollowblade is very good. Remand is also extremely good. One of the better cards in the cube, in my opinion. There are a lot of 2 and 3 drops. We're probably going to take Tajak. He's a very good card. Here, we have a Gruul Turf, and other than that, not a lot. Destroy a multicolored permanent. It's actually not bad. It is sorcery speed, though. Selesnya Charm is really good, actually. But having lands, I think, is important in this cube. Here, Rurik Thar is actually very good. I think here it's between Rurik Thar and Justice Strike. We're not really worrying about colors. We're just kind of taking the best card. Although right now it looks like we're leaning into green, white, and red. Here we have a Rampager, which is good. What's this do? So when it enters, choose an opponent, and it gets -1/-1 for each creature they control. That's interesting. Thespian Stage is good with a lot of bounce lands. But I think we might just be taking Ultimate Price or Rot Farm. I think we're just going to take Rot Farm here. Here, I think we're going to take Pillar of the Peyrunes. Not even considering the other cards. This is definitely the best land in this. Only on par with the bounce lands. Because bounce lands give you card advantage, basically. You're getting 2 lands for the price of 1. At the cost of it being a little slower. But this isn't a super fast cube. There's a lot of life gain. There's a lot of big creatures. There's board wipes. So you kind of want to be in the more mid-rangey spot, I think, than the aggro. And Pillar of the Peyrunes is like, it casts 100% of what we have right now. Alright, so here we have some interesting things we can take. We could take something like Mirror Weave, which is interesting, but Biomass Mutation I think is a super cool card. With Biomass Mutation, right now we have a lot of interesting stuff. We don't have any black yet, so I don't know if we want to take the Twilight Mire, and I think we might just go with the Sunhome Stalwart. We can put counters on our X1s and stuff. Here we can take Orzhov Baliska or Putrid Leech. Putrid Leech is good, but it would kind of push us into black. I think we're just going to take the Orzhov Baliska. Here, we're going to take the Crater Maker. I haven't really gotten how good Crater Maker is. We had him in the last draft, and he never really seemed to do a lot. I did sideboard him out at some times. I think I ended up sideboarding him out completely after the first game. He's an interesting card, but there's mostly, I think personally, he's better with the second ability where you destroy colorless non-land permanents. And it's kind of a downfall in this cube because there's almost like no artifacts. Almost everything is multicolored too. So I don't know how good he is. Here, Deathbridge Chant, mill 10. Choose a random card from your graveyard. If it's a creature, put it into your graveyard. I think we're just going to take... Oh, well, we got the Deathbridge Chant and a Blooming Marsh. So it looks like we're probably... Or we go Niv. Niv in this draft is an auto pick if you have lands already. Right now, we already have all 5 colors. We have black, green, red, white, blue. So that's all 5 already. We could take the Ashenmoor Liege. We could take the Dragon, is interesting. Skeletal Vampire, we get 2/1/1 flying, sacrifice 1, so it's 5 mana, make another one basically. I do like Sphinx of Foresight, but I think we might just take... Oh, this is actually a really hard pack, because with the way our thing is looking, we kind of just want to take multicolored cards mostly, but we also want to take lands. I think here we're just gonna take lands. Most of our cards are red right now, so we're gonna take the red-white. We have a lot of red and white. I think at some point you do have to end up laying off taking a bunch of lands, just because you're getting 45 cards, and however many lands you have in is cards you're not going to be able to sideboard, cards you're not going to be able to play. So you really want to make sure, I'd say at most probably, it still seems high, but I'd say 14, and that's a good number of lands to have in your deck. Alright, so here I see the Spark Double, and that's probably the best card. Could take, if you were taking lands, I would probably take the Hollowed Fountain. And other than that, there's the Den of Fireherd. It's a good card. Makes them sacrifice creatures and lands. Especially because a lot of your multicolor will count for at least 1, maybe even 2. But Spark Double, I think, is gonna be the best. Can actually give us like another Niv Mizzet because it's non-legendary. Alright, so here we have a couple good options. We could take Boros Charm. It's actually a pretty good one just for giving our stuff indestructible or something double strike. Dimir Aqueduct is very good, and there's Fulminator Mage. But with all of our creatures, we could try to go for a Glare. I think it's one of the better cards to build around in this set. And I think we're going to take that over the other things. Here, so there's Humiliate, which is good. There's Vivid March, which is a 5-color land. And there's also this, which can return some of our cards. I think we're going to take the 5-color land. Like I said, you don't want to take too many, but when there's not excellent cards, you don't really need to focus on taking the cards, just because in decks like this, you're just drafting the best of the best. You don't need to choose every different card because of something. You just look at the pack and take the best card. And here it's going to be this: destroys a artifact, creature, or enchantment. There's actually a couple enchantments in this you might want to kill, because they have the Conclave Tribunal and a couple other like Oblivion Ring effects, and there's also like Glare of Subdual and a couple other ones you want to be able to destroy. So here we actually see a couple of the best cards, which is Expansion, Explosion, and Intervention. I wouldn't say this is one of the best cards, but it's a very good card. But we are just going to take Expansion, Explosion. It's one of my favorite and best late game cards, and it can be used early for like an opponent's kill spell or something, and it can even be used to like double one of our spells here. In this pack, we see a couple good things. We see the Retrieval, but we also see this Blade Historian. It's an interesting card, and I think it's pretty good. Or we could just take a land, probably the Dreamroot Cascade. I think that's probably what we're going to do. None of the other cards stand out super well. So here we have a 4/4 Flash Defender Flying. It's actually pretty good. Beliska Bellhaunt's good, so that's probably what we're going to end up taking. This I don't think is great. So it's between Chemister's Insight and Beliska Bellhaunt. I do like Beliska Bellhaunt. Gains you life, a very good sized body, does a couple other things. So here, we're not going to be taking any of these guys probably, just because we're not going to be running basics really. We don't have that many sorceries here, so I don't know how good the dragon would be. But I also don't know if we would rather have the Ooze. But I think we'll take the Ooze. I mean, it's a good late game card. So we do have the Din of the Fire Herd. I think it's 8 mana, which is harsh. That's the hard part. And we have no ramp. I think we're just going to take the Shambling Vent. Here we'll take the Boros Charm. Here we'll take the Shimmer of Possibility. We'll get a little bit of ramp in. Probably not going to play this guy. Yeah. Our deck's looking good so far for the second booster. We don't have a lot of playables, so we'll have to draft some here. That's going to be okay, hopefully. Here we see Prime Speaker Zagana, who's excellent, in my opinion, of course. Farseek is probably what we're going to end up taking. There's Farseek, Lava Coil, or Lightning Helix, all that I see, which is interesting. But I think we're going to go Farseek. I don't know if we have any like tutorable duels with it. I don't think we do, but that's okay. Here, March of the Multitude is very good. Other than that, there's not a lot. Yeah, we're just going to take this March of the Multitude. It's an instant. We're looking to be like a higher end deck. Hopefully we just get to slam Niv Mizzet and play from there. We're going to definitely snap pick the Hero of Precinct 1. Like, half of our deck is going to give us free tokens. Here, we have a lot of options. Urban Evolution is excellent. It's going to let us play a land drop and hopefully ramp to higher spells. We also have an Ionize and a Dream Eater. Think we're going to take the Urban Evolution. It's a very good card. Drawing 3 is excellent. Like I said, there's not a lot of super fast decks, and if there are, they usually can be stalled or killed or whatever. I would like to get a board wipe, but I don't know if there's a lot, and I think we already passed some of them. Here, so tap 2, reveal it, and draw a card. But you can only do it during your upkeep. There is Orzhov Advocist, which is an interesting card. I think we're going to take Tome of the Guild pack, though. Here, so we see Terror, and that's a good card. We see Kazant, Vinelasher. Whenever a land enters under our control, we put a 1/1 counter on it. That's very interesting. We also see Absorb. I don't know how good our mana is to cast Absorb, but I do like the Vinelasher and the Terror. I think we're just going to take the Terror. It's just a good early game card. If I feel like this deck, if we get to the late game, we should be winning. We have some life gain in Knight of Autumn, Beliska Bellhaunt. So if we get to the late game, hopefully we're still winning. Or we'll start winning if we're not already. We have some smaller threats that we can play out in the beginning, although I'm probably going to cut like the Stalwart since we have no 1-drops. I think the rest of these seem okay. Goblin Cratermaker, like I said, I don't know how good it is. I don't know how good Tajak is, but I think he's something I can sideboard out. So we can take Deathrite Shaman, although there's no fetch lands in this set, so it's not that amazing. The Soul of Ravnica could be like a 7 draw 5, but I think we're going to take Deputy once again for the quick fast decks, and it also takes out like better cards. So the thing about this is a lot of the time in draft specifically, you're not going to be facing a deck that has an enchantment and a planeswalker, but you could still destroy like a creature and a land, but for 6 mana that's not the greatest thing I've ever heard of. I think here we're going to take the Firelit Thicket. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we have 24. That's what we're kind of looking for, is 24 playables. So here I think we're going to take the Sacred Foundry because it's tutorable by our Farseek. Here, so she seems okay, but I think I just want to take the Lumbering Falls. Here I definitely take the Bedevil or the Gruul Keystone, or even the Guild Mage. That's actually a pretty good Guild Mage. But I think the Bedevil is just going to be better. Alright, so here we're going to take the Watery Grave. We've spent an entire pack picking lands, and I think that that's going to be pretty good. Hopefully we got enough of each. I'll be able to count it up, but I won't make you guys sit through all the counting and dumb math stuff. Alright, so here we do have Sin Collector, which is a very good card actually, so I think we'll take that. It's actually something we'll probably consider playing in our deck. We have to make a couple cuts. Probably going to be Goblin Cratermaker. Possibly Glare of Subdual, but I actually do like it. We'll take the Selesnya Keyrune here. We have 2 Keyrunes we can choose to play between, whether we want white or green. Or, sorry, white or blue. But I'll count that up. I'm not going to be playing Dark Blast. So I'll count up the deck. We only have to make 2 cuts and we get 1 basic land. But we'll see how it goes. I'll let you guys know after I count up everything. So here I grouped all of our creatures in one area, and by seeing how like few creatures we kind of have, I'm just going to decide to cut the Glare of Subdual as one of our cuts. And here you can see all of the colors. It's more of the multicolored. As you can see, we have a lot of white, so and a bit of blue more than other colors. So because of that, we are just gonna we're gonna keep the white one in. We're gonna still have it there. Sort by mana value. So we're gonna keep the white Keyrune. It's also 1 power better, although it loses hexproof, but something you got to deal with a little bit. And here we're just going to add a blue land just because we kind of... Here, wait, let me count it up. I'll tell you guys why. So, looking at all of our lands, we have quite a few, which is awesome. We have 5 red, 5 white, and 5 black. We have 7 green, and we have 4 blue. So I'm going to add an island as the last one. Or we have 6 black if you include Vivid Marsh, but I count it more as a 5-color land. So the way our deck is going to look here is like this. So hopefully we have some luck, and I'll see you guys in the first round. Alrighty, so here we are in match 1, and we get an absolutely unkeepable hand, so we're going to mulligan. And we get a great hand, so we're going to keep. So we actually have a couple options of what we want to bottom here. I think the correct option is just Boros Charm, as it's probably not going to be doing much here. So we're going to bottom that, and hopefully we're going to be able to find a couple more lands for the Urban Evolution. Opponent's going to start with a 2-1, which is not great for us, because we're a slower deck, and that's actually probably going to get in some damage before we can get our Knight of Autumn down. They are going to play a Putrid Leech. This isn't being so great. So we're going to play this Sacred Foundry tapped and pass. And then next turn we're going to play the Blooming Marsh into the Knight of Autumn with the 2/1/1 counters on it. I'm guessing he's going to pay the life. And he's going to have his land enter untapped and run out of key rune. Okay, so this turns into a 2/2 with Death Touch. So we're going to play the Blooming Marsh and the Knight of Autumn with 2/1/1 counters. Or we could destroy the key rune. I don't think we're going to gain 4. So next turn we're just going to play the key rune ourselves, and then after that possibly the Tome or Rurik Thar, depending on if we draw a land. So I think what we're going to do is destroy that, because it's basically like killing a creature, and then we're just going to plan on not blocking the Putrid and only blocking the Militant. I don't think blocking Putrid Leech is worth it just to make him pay 2 life. So hopefully he swings out here and we just get to kill the Dryad. Doesn't look like he's going to though. Yeah, he's just going to swing with the Putrid, and we're going to take it. He can pay the life if he wants, which he will. It's going to put us at 8. And we draw Farseek, which is actually an excellent draw. So we get to go 3 for a key rune, and then 2 for our Farseek. So we have white, red, black, blue, green. We're gonna want we have 1 tutor target besides Sacred Foundry. That's good to remember. We are not gonna have it enter untapped, and we're gonna pass. And next turn we get to play Rurik Thar. Rurik Thar is going to be able to block the Putrid. Oh no, if this is a flash, target loses all abilities, becomes a 1/1. Okay, so he's just cycling and drawing a card. So he is going to attack with both, and we're going to block the Dryad. Alright, that worked out well. He didn't pay the life. I'm not sure why. Beginning of each combat, I may sack a creature to tap that and put a 1/1 counter on it. Yikes. So, oh, this is harsh. We have to play Rurik Thar, which does have reach. And just pass. And now all of our spells in our hand are uncastable. So we can't, or we're not going to sack. We could if we wanted. We also could next turn, but that's just not a good play to make. So yeah, that's game one. Yeah, he got off to quite a quick start, and we didn't have anything to do about that. Because of that, we're just going to put in the Crater Maker for the Boros Charm. And I think I'm going to do that after this, maybe. I'm not sure. I still think Boros Charm is a good thing against board wipes and stuff, or against removal, which is why I like having it in. And it also can let us do some good stuff with the double strike and helps us attack, which is why I like having it in. He's not playing black, so we get to leave terror in, and we get to go first this time on quite a good hand, actually. We did get a bounce land, so I believe our plan is going to be play the bounce land. I don't know. We're just going to first lead off with Sacred Foundry tapped, though. If we draw another land, we're not going to play the bounce land next turn, but we'll end up seeing. Yeah, so we're not going to play the bounce land this turn. We're just going to play the Forge, and then the Crater Maker, and then next turn we'll go Blooming Marsh into the Key Rune. Putrid Leech. Yep. That's a good draw. We're going to play Blooming Marsh into the Key Rune, which makes Crater Maker able to kill the Leech, which is good. Basically, if he activates this ability, we get to sack the Crater Maker to kill it. We're not going to block. So here, I think he's drawing it out. I see no reason to. So we're not gonna. Just because we saw the Key Rune last time. And if he's gonna hold the Key Rune in his hand and not play it just because we have Crater Maker, I find that as a complete win. And now this turn, as long as we don't draw something we like a 5-drop, we're gonna play the Ballista. And probably return the Sacred Forge. So with that on the stack, we're gonna sacrifice this to kill the Plague Crafter. So now he has to sacrifice his Leech, and we get to discard the Watery Grave. And because we have the Ballista, we'll still have enough to cast a 6-drop. The sad part here, though, is because we play the Ballista and return the Forge, we don't actually have enough to hold this up. That's okay. Because next turn we get to probably just go Deadbridge Chant. I think we're just going to go Deadbridge Chant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 19 cards in the deck, something to look at with our Tome of the Guild pack, but hopefully this is going to be able to do some good stuff for us, get us some free creatures and whatnot. We get to play Rurik Thar too. He does have somewhat of a clock with these Meneths and Death Touch and all these things. So this is randomized, so we just get a random card from our graveyard. If it's a creature, it goes onto the battlefield. If not, it goes into our hand. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think we're just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, we're gonna play the Vivid Marsh and then just run out Rurik Thar. We will block the Hissing Quagmire. I don't think we really have another choice just because of how low we're getting on life, and this has Menace. So he's going to take 6, but that's also not good for us, and he can still activate the Hissing Quagmire. So we are gonna destroy his creature with this trigger on the stack. So colorless, black, and green. We are going to cast Statue, targeting this. Just in case we get Rurik Thar back, it would make it uncastable. And because it's random, there's a chance at getting Rurik Thar back. We get Heroic Reinforcements. We have enough to turn this into a creature to block his Hissing Quagmire. So I'm going to play the Gruul Turf and return our Battlefield Forge. And we're not in a bad place right now. Next turn we will get to cast Tome and eventually Heroic Reinforcements. By the way, it's good to look at what we milled. We got Rurik Thar, Status Collector, Lands, Deputy Terror, Hero, Spark Double. Okay. Oh, that doesn't look good at all. He's playing Finale for 5. Hopefully he doesn't have... I know he has the Demon, but our Heroic... Oh. That sucks. Darn. So that's not good for us, but that's excellent for us. So we're gonna go. Can we go 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we get to do this. We get to go. So we need white, black, black, white. So as long as we use all these, that's 4, and let's play the Shivan Reef, and 5, we get to go Tome of the Guild Pact, 1, 2, 3, 4, we get to go Beliska Belthaunt, and draw a card. And they discarded an Ultimate Price, which is quite bad against our deck actually. The question is, do we want to block the Naturalists? Depending on what he plays right now, obviously, then we'll make our decision. That makes it difficult. Yeah, we're gonna block the Hissing Quagmire. We go down to 5, but now we can we have the Shimmer of Possibility to hopefully find something, and if not, we have Heroic Reinforcements. Okay, that's fine. That's actually... Do we have lethal is the real question. So, until end of turn, all my creatures get +1/+1 in haste. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have exactly lethal here. So we get to make this, and then white that, heroic, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have exactly lethal. Look at that. Beautifully played. Alrighty, on to the next one. We get to, in our sideboard, I don't think we're going to actually sideboard anything. It's good to keep in mind he has enchantment and artifact destruction. But I want to add Boros Charm now. And in place of Boros Charm, I want to take out... Does he have any? No, I don't think we saw any, so Sin Collector might not be that good. No, yeah, he has a bunch of kill spells, from what I remember. Maybe Deadbridge Chant, but... I think what we are going to take out is the Mystic Genesis. I don't know if it was the right thing to take out, but I think because of a lot of our deck is sorcery speed and whatnot, we kind of want to be able to play our stuff. This is a mulligan. We're going to need lands. This is a keep. And we'll put the Urban Evolution to the bottom. Pretty much our whole hand is castable because of this pillar, which is good. So we'll cast the shambling, or play the shambling vent and pass, and then we'll go into the pillar. The only thing the pillar can't really do is make mana for the cycle lands, but that's okay. Oh, that's rough. That is rough. So now we're going to play the Firelit Thicket. And then next turn we can play Battlefield Forge and then Farseek. Opponent's going to attack for 1 and hopefully just pass. Okay, that's just a 3/3 pretty much. Okay. I think what we're going to do is just Sin Collector to get a look at their hand. I think that's pretty good. Hopefully they have something. Alright, so they have Ritualist Shut, they have a Beast Whisperer and an Endraze Forerunners, which is actually quite scary stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to kill the Beast Whisperer with Bedevil, most likely. If he attacks with both, we are going to chump that guy. So he played the Swamp and the Beast Whisperer. That changes stuff. We're gonna... oh, we can't play the hero because of the pillar. So what we're gonna do is play the Forge and then kill the Beast Whisperer. So we have to pay life to do it with Bedevil. So we're just gonna hope he doesn't have an enchantment and go for Statue. Awesome. So Beast Whisperer down, that's most of his card advantage. And he just has a 8-drop in hand. So we get to play Dreamroot, which is very good right here. Now we get to cast Hero Deputy, I believe. So we can cast Hero with white. We go white, colorless, and then so we need blue, white. No, so we're gonna have to pay a life. Then we can go blue, white, something else. Okay, so we get to go hero, and then blue, white, white, deputy. Cancel. We can go. No, yeah, we have to white, blue, blue, deputy. We get a human, and then we get to detention the spirit. This is much easier to chump block, and so far he doesn't have anything that matters with it, so we're just going to chump with a human token. Next turn we get to Bedevil. Or we can Heroic Reinforcements. What we're gonna do here is just attack. Okay, so if we leave Dreamroot Cascade, Pillar, and Firelit Thicket up. We can cast Bedevil. But then we can't cast Farseek. So to cast Farseek, we need green colorless for Farseek. And then can't do any of that. These two together make it very hard to find what mana we need to use. So I think, right, we can Dreamroot and cycle for 2 forests, and we can go black, black, red. Nice. So we'll Farseek, and we'll get a Watery Grave or a Sacred Foundry. We'll get a Sacred Foundry, and we won't pay life. And then we'll pass the turn. On their turn, we'll Bedevil, and then on our turn, we'll Heroic Reinforcements. We'll take the 3, and as long as he doesn't have a board wipe or something, we win next turn, I believe. Or close to it, at least. So now, I know it's weird to wait till after we take the damage, but I think it was the right play. Just because if he played something else, we could have killed it and swung in. So he's gonna, oh, he's just gonna exile cards from our graveyard? Okay. So how much damage is this? I think it's quite a bit. Okay, so we have, if we do it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 13 damage. I think that's worth it. Play Heroic Reinforcements. This is why I like first or second. I think I first picked Pack 1, Pick 1 Heroic Reinforcements. Such a good card, and you don't even need that much stuff to like build up to it just because it gives you the 2 1/1s with haste. Awesome. So that's game. The only play I'm wondering if I did right was just this waiting till the end step for Centaur. The reason it might not have been right is because we didn't have lethal. That's the only reason why that wouldn't be the right play, is because we don't have lethal. But I still think that it's an okay play to make if you're scared about him having something better. And we were still outside of range of anything that I know of that he could do. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Alrighty, we're here in match 2. We are going first with an interesting hand that I don't think we can keep, because it doesn't. Well, we have Farseek for Watery Grave, so it is in fact a keep, an extremely slow keep, I may say, but it's okay. It happens when you're playing 5 colors. If he has hand discard, then that's scary, but he doesn't. So we're going to play Gruul Turf, bounce the Shambling, pass. Riss is somewhat scary, just because he's like a threat all on his own. Oh, why do we keep playing aggro, man? I didn't play against any aggro decks last round. Or last league, I guess. So now we get to play. So we could just go Keyrune, or we could go Farseek Tapland. I like that better. Farseek for Watery Grave, since we need blue, and then Tapland, and then pass. So now we have 4 mana. Next turn we'll have 5. Oof. He just has it all right now. This is crazy. Deadbird's Chant. Ugh. Ugh. So I think we're just going to start with a Shimmer. And we want to keep our white. And and our red. Shimmer. So we get 1 into our hand and the rest on the bottom. That's not good. We're gonna take. Wow. All right. We'll take the Blooming Marsh, I guess. Or no, we want the Shivan Reef. And we'll play the Shivan Reef. And then very slowly and painfully play more mana. And then get hit for 6. Our 1 consolidation is that we can expansion explosion. And kill one of his things. But, I mean, that's okay. That's what we gotta do. And we can do it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. Or we can, and at the same time we can hold up a 2/3 lifelink. But Devil is also good. So we're gonna Firelit Thicket and just pass. And then we have 1, 2, 3 Shambling Vent, 1, 2 Selesnya Key Rune. I have no clue if that actually works, but I hope it does. We'll pass that when the time comes to it. Yeah, it totally doesn't work. But what we can do is 1, 2, 3, make it a 2/3, and then go to blocks, block him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we go to 4. Yep. We go to 1. Yeah. That's rough. Crater Maker in. Boros Charm out. 2 mana First Striker in. Sin Collector out. Dark Blast in. And like Dead Bridge chant out. We'll go first. This is it keepable? Yeah, I'll keep this. We'll just start off on a turn 1 Shivan Reef. Is he doing some mulliganing? No, he's going to keep with 7. So we're going to go Shivan Reef, pass. Next turn, we're just going to play Orzhov Beliska, or hopefully we can draw an untapped green source in Farseek. He's super good. Or we draw Hero Precinct 1, which is also a good card. So yeah, next turn we're just going to run out the Hero, I think, and the Shivan Reef. No, the Hero and the Pillar. Because if we draw any black or white source, we can Beliska Bellhunt. So yeah, we're going to go run out the Hero, Pillar, pass. So next turn we're gonna Crater Maker, sack it, kill that. Don't think we're gonna block here. Unless you control forest or plains, which we don't. And we can't cast Crater Maker without this. So 1, float him, destroy target colorless non-land permanent, and then attack. That was pretty good. We would like a Chamber Sentry. I think we passed it before we thought we were going to go 5 color. Put a 1/1 counter, then it murders my guy. Okay. So now we really want the Beliska Bellhaunt mana. We can get it the turn after this. So yeah, we're going to go Sun Petal Grove. And then on his beginning of combat step, we're going to terror his creature. JK, we're going to terror that. Now it's our turn, and we get to play the Bellhaunt now. So white, black, Bellhaunt. So he discards, we gain 3. Then we play a Vivid Marsh and pass. And he discards this guy. So he would get to destroy an enchantment. Okay. He's gonna char. That sucks. But it is what it is. Okay. So we need to cast we need to have mana to cast Heroic here. So what I think we're gonna do is remove a counter for blue, and then that, and we can go red, white, blank. Okay, so Shimmer. Okay. And I think what we want is a Rurik Thar. And then next turn we get to play Rurik Thar, but this turn we're just going to go Heroic Reinforcements. And swing with one of them. Next turn we just get to run out Rurik Thar, and then the turn after that we get to run out another Rurik Thar. Yeah, that's a pretty good card. Okay. So we could be Devil this. We don't want to be Devil this because it can regenerate. But I think we're just going to play Rurik Thar. That, red, that, Rurik Thar. And we're going to swing at Vivian for 1. If he got a 2-mana creature, that sucks, but he didn't. Alright. Nice. So he has Vigilance and Reach, and he has to attack. That's not a great one for him to have, but it is one he had nonetheless. So, that's pretty good. So, Bedevil and Farseek aren't even cards. We can't do it with Rurik Thar out. But what we can do is Deputy, Exile, Experiment. I think what we do so it's not legendary. We're not going to pay life here yet. We will next turn for the Deputy. But here we're just going to go Spark Double for Rurik Thar. And then we're going to swing Rurik Thar at them and him at Vivian. He's unable to play any non-creature spells. Okay. So is he going to gain 4? I'm guessing? Or counters. Okay, so now you can double block those two to Rurik, and then chump and block that. So we want to kill this first. So that went poorly, but it went. Rurik Thar has to attack anyways, by the way, so nothing I can do about that. But next turn, I get to Deputy, Exile, probably the season. No. Is Experiment 1 still better? The question. And it's something I don't know. Lumbering Falls is a good draw. So we get to go Deputy of Detention. Oh, we tapped wrong. Or I tapped wrong. Let's just use this. Okay, wait. So if I can, I still want to leave up Devil. So black, black, red. 1, 2. So if I want to bedevil, I have to bedevil now. I'm not going to. Deputy. And Deputy is going to exile the Experiment 1. Ooh, Conclave or Match of the Multitude. That's not good for us. But we're not dead. Rurik Thar is going to attack them. They have to chump or they die. He did take 6. And we have chumps for, or we have kill blocks for days, luckily. And if he does no damage to us and leaves up, no, that's not going to work. We do have Lumbering Falls though too. Not gonna help right now. And we can't make blue without paying a life, but that's okay. So if he wants to kill Rurik Thar, he has to attack, block it with everything. Yeah, he just keeps having these freaking creatures, man. But he discarded some useless card. Alright. Now we pass. Oh, that might be game. You can activate it. Yeah, I think that's game, sadly. Because you can make lifelinking tokens. And he has it unblockable. That's rough. Black, white, green, blue, red, Nivy. And we get 2. Yeah, that's game. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one, and where we're going for the 2-1. Alright, we're here in match 3, the final match. It's another not great hand. Only 1 land, sadly. So we're not going to be keeping, but I think our deck is very good. It could go 3-0 with a little luck. We almost had him last round, and we were playing against quite a good deck. So hopefully we're able to take it in this round, and we have an excellent, okay hand. Okay, not gonna push it. So we're gonna put the Firelit Thicket to the bottom. There was also an option of putting the Pillar back, but I like the Pillar in our deck. We have a lot of multicolored. and they don't work together well. So here we're just going to play the Watery Grave and pass. And then next turn I think we're just going to play the Sun Petal Grove and Hero. We're not going to do the bounce land turn 2 because we can do it turn 3 and still cast a 2-drop by floating or by paying mana and then bouncing. So that'll let us go Hero next turn and then Shimmer on the turn we still play the bounce land, which is still a pretty good sequence. Alright, opponent's going to play a Forest and a card that is just completely unblockable to our deck. Wait. Oh, I totally read the card wrong. Ah, no! That's okay. Looks like a turn 3 Hero, bounce land, then Shimmer. Although we might end up just terroring this little stupid 2-drop. It hurts, but it's just completely unblockable against our deck. So, alright, he's going to attack. We take 2. And it's our turn. So, Deadbridge Chant is good. But yeah, we're just going to go Hero into Turf and bounce the Grave. We're not bouncing this since it's going to enter tapped again. If this was the white-black one, it'd be a lot better because then we could go Bellhaunt next turn, make a 1/1, discard him, like gain life. But that's not the case. But we're 3/4 of the way there because we have black-white any, which is still pretty good. Does look like he's playing blue-black, but he's not playing anything. So here we're gonna go. So we can have 4 mana if we want. So we could Spark Double, making another Hero actually. But I don't think we're gonna. We're just gonna Watery Grave, untapped, tap 2, and Shimmer. Shimmer and Shine. So they seem control, but they're not doing anything. This is a very hard option of what to take right now. We could just take the land, but it's not a land that lets us cast Bellhaunt. I think we're just going to take the Deputy and swing for 2. And then we'll pass. Next turn we are going to have to kill this Dryad. Underrealm Lich is insane. That sucks. So that's still okay because we can actually Deputy the Underrealm and Terror the Dryad, and we're fine. So Pillar. So we need black from this is what we need. And then this, so we Terror that, and then white, blue, and 1 for the Deputy. And we get a 1/1, and we get to attack him. Now I think we're in a decent place. It's not the most amazing place I've ever seen. By the way, we had to Deputy this because it can become indestructible. And because Terror can't kill black creatures. Awesome. So now we're in a decent place. We can Spark Double the Deputy if need be. It looks like our opponent might be just a 5-color deck. Although their mana base is nothing compared to our beautiful mana base of 15 non-basic lands. Oh, that's rough, 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 rough. So we draw a land, which actually lets us Deadbridge, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So black, blah, 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 Deadbridge. Alright, what did we mill? Rurik Thar, Heroic. If we draw Biomass Mutation after playing Beliska, that's probably just game. That being said, we don't have the mana to cast Beliska still, which sucks. Uh-oh, what's this land? +1/+1 and trample? Okay, that's fine. Sadly, all we can do is chump it and make him use that, which he didn't for some odd reason. Is he gonna tap out for something? Why didn't he use it then? No, he's playing something else? I would have just used the land. Okay. And Night Veil is still scary. We need Niv right now. Charm. Okay. Not the worst card in the world, surprisingly. Blooming Marsh will let us play Bellhaunt next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are going to Spark Double this hero. And pass. And then we get to Boros Charm. And Boros Charm can do something, I guess. But it will get us 2/1/1s is the main thing. And if we get this Heroic Reinforcements back after he taps out to attack, I think we're going to win. I think. But that is still up to speculation of our opponent. Saying as how he's just getting to handpick the cards off the top of his library with Underrealm Lich. But that is okay. Alright, so our opponent did some milling, I'm guessing, with his Underrealm Lich. And he's going to attack. Which we're going to throw our heroes under. Which I'm guessing he's going to activate the Lich. I would guess he would activate the Lich and Skarg, which is what we're trying to get him to do. So yeah, his Lich gains indestructible. Is he gonna... Okay. I don't think it super matters. We're still gonna do this and just give our everything indestructible and get 2/1/1s. Alrighty. So we made him pay, or yeah, it kind of made him pay for if he wanted to keep it. He didn't have to though. Oh. Alright, so he gets Knight of Autumn. That's insanely rough. Because it can destroy our Dead Bridge chant. Except all of our permanents are indestructible this turn because of Boros Charm. Godlike card right there. Look at that beautifulness. Oh, that's amazing. I want to see him try to do it. Do it! So yeah, it's a bad hit. Because he can still play them as long as he has Night Veil Spectre. But it is what it is. What the best thing would do is if we just got heroic reinforcements back, I'm pretty sure we just win. Like 90% sure we just win. Especially if we drew a land with it, because then we could go Beliska Heroic and woo! If we drew a white land. Yeah, if we drew a white land. white untap land and get back Heroic, we win. If we get Niv Mizzet, we probably win. I mean, most of our graveyard is just straight gas, except for like 3 lands. But we are gonna draw or get one of the 3 lands probably. All right. So, what are his chosen modes? So he makes a 2/2, return target permanent, and gain 4. So what did he return? He returned Voice of Resurgence and a land. Seems weird to return a land. Alright. That's... So that sucks royally. But we'll play the Beliska Bellhaunt. Get 2 1/1s. Oh, no, we got Rurik Thar. Lol. We get 2 1/1s and a Beliska Bellhaunt, and then we get to play Lumbering Falls. Well, I thought we got the Battlefield Forge, which is why I seemed mad. But no, we got Rurik Thar. And we're not in a bad place now. Rurik Thar has reach, surprisingly, something a lot of people forget about. And that's going to let us block his Night Veil Spectre. Although now he can, if you would like to, use the Knight of the Reliquary he stole from us. He can use it to blow up our Deadbridge chant. Probably the smart move. He discarded a forest. We'll see what he plays here. It's a lot of mana, which is scary. Oh my god. Okay. Destroy enchantment, creature, and land. God, that sucks. Oh. He goes to 10 because of Rurik Thar. We still have, I'm sure we have top decks in our deck that just allow us to win. I mean, I know we have to. He steals a land, so that's good for us. Give us something, deck. Give us something. Bedevil something. I don't know. I don't know why he's not using this Skarg. What's he doing? What's he up to over there? Tapping and untapping. I'm pretty sure we know... Oh no, he discarded Voice of Resurgence, it looks like. Alright. Urban Evolution is something. We just gotta tap correctly. This doesn't have reach, right? Just a hexproof land. Do we have lethal? If we have lethal, I'm going for it. So he has 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're off from lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Urban Evolution. We get 2 creatures, and we have lethal next turn. Unless we draw something good here. Which there is a good chance we draw something good here. That is something, 2 things very good. Sadly, we can't cast either of them this turn. So if we totally just swing out here, what can go wrong? Not a lot. We're going to do it. So he's going to block there. And he has to double chump or he dies, I'm pretty sure. And then we get... Do we just let this go through? I think we're gonna cast Status on this. That way we get the 2 extra, and if he wants to keep this card, which is extremely good, he's gonna go to 1 life. We kind of have him on the ropes here. I think we're in a position to win, even though he can gain 4 off of this knight. I mean, our board is just insane. And even if he just board wipes everything, we still have our land. And he doesn't have a creature land, luckily. So he's going to attack and try to find something good. Joke's on you, we have no board wipes in our deck. As far as I know, or remember. Farseek. Okay, Farseek's not bad. So unless he drew something, I think we got this. Awesome. Our deck, that was sketchy. With that Underrealm Lich and the Casualties of War, both things we have to remember. What did we take out? I don't know. Do we want Crater Maker? I don't remember. I don't think we want Crater Maker. I honestly think we just run it back as is. The only thing I would consider is the Stalwart, but I think we're okay. That was a very extremely good match. Very well played on both ends, I think. This is a very good hand. Yeah, actually that's not bad. It's super slow, but I mean most of our hands are going to be super slow, so Tome of the Guild Pact is one of our best cards if we can get it down. So we get to go Sunpetal Grove, Rot Farm, Hero. God, Hero's like a turn 4 play. Okay, that's better. So we're going to go Sunpetal, tapped, pass, Blooming Marsh, Hero. And then hopefully draw another land to just go straight into Sin Collector. So actually that's pretty good. So we're going to go Hero, and then next turn we're going to Farseek Bounce Land. And we're actually going to bounce the land we get with Farseek. Alright, so Farseek. We're going to get Watery Grave. Not pay 2. We're going to Golgari Rot Farm. The Watery Grave. I think we're going to attack. I didn't see anything with Flash, so it's always scary, but that damage does matter. So we have 5 mana next turn. So we are able to just slam the Tome of the Guild Pact. But it's going to depend... Oh, that sucks. We are we're going to slam Tome of the Guild Pact so that we can play Rurik Thar the turn after that because it has reach. That makes it different. I think here we Watery Grave... Oh, wait, we have no red. Oh, I messed up. I think we were supposed to grab the Sacred Foundry, maybe. But we also had no blue. So yeah, we're going to Tome. Can't cast anything, so we'll pass. So the rough part is he also gets to equip the Sword of the Animus and start getting lands. Although next turn what we'll probably do besides Rurik Thar is just Bedevil the Night Veil and then Sin Collector them possibly, and hope we can hit something, although it's probably not likely. One thing to keep in mind is he does have to pay mana of the color for cards he gets. So us playing a bajillion multicolored cards, him getting something... Oh, he got a land. Wait, no, that's from the sword. Him getting something playable would be... Okay, that's fine. That's a land, but that's fine. It's a land we would not have minded drawing. Okay. So we can Urban Evolution to draw 4 and then play 2 lands and hope that we hit Bedevil. So we would leave black. So 1... Wait. Oh, that's a rough play if we do it. I do like just going Sin Collector. So we're going to Sin Collector. get tons of value, and see their hand. And then we get to Big Devil and get tons of more value. Oh yeah, we actually get stuff. So he has an N-Raise and an a Mancer. Neither of those are particularly scary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's an 8, and then he has just a random thing. So now we get to Bedevil the Night Veil and get tons of more value. Then we get to Beliska and bounce the Watery Grave again, and then attack. We are in a very good position right now. I like that. And now we are going to hold up the Terror 24/7. Wait, do we have lethal next turn because of the biomass? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have lethal next turn if he makes no blocks because of the biomass. This is why I love this stupid hilarious card. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have lethal even if this is all he plays and he blocks, we have lethal still. So he didn't play a land. Alright, he's going to pass. Watery Grave, untapped. Right? Because they would be... So we have 8, so they would be 6. Oh no, that'd only be 12. So what do we want to do then? We want to leave up Mystic Genesis. Yeah. I think we Terror here, actually. Just using the Beliska, we're just going to Terror and then attack. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, is that lethal? Is that... Wait. So we make them all 4/4s. 4 times 4, if I'm not incorrect, is 16. So then we go blue, blue, green, green, biomass. X equals 4, and we win. GG's, I believe. I think we got it. And that, woohoo! Alrighty. Last match is a ride. So that was actually a pretty good match. I think our deck was actually awesome. Like, we only got to cast Niv Mizzet when we were already, like, I think it was when we were already dead one time. We never cast Explosion or March, so we didn't draw a lot of our best cards. But we did get to do the Dead Bridge chant, and that ended up being pretty good every time we played it. So that card, I mean, it seems interesting because of the luck factor, but it ended up being pretty good. Tome of the Guild Pact, we saw its power in that last game where we basically stormed off. Like, we just cast so many spells, made a bunch of tokens and everything. Like usual, the Deputy of Detention is pretty good. Sin Collector, I was very impressed with, actually. Just as a 3-drop, I think it was very good. And Hero of Precinct 1, I think, was the best card in the deck. It won almost every game we won because of it. So, I think all in all, we had a pretty solid deck. Weak to aggro, of course. We saw that multiple times. But thank you guys for watching very much. If you made it to this point, like, you have my sincere thank you. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know, is there anything you want with the videos, anything else you want? If you guys want to see me try to play Modern or any other drafts or anything like that, I try to play most of the special ones, as they're what I enjoy most, but I'm down to play anything you guys want me to. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, good luck and have fun. See you guys.